Facebook Live. What's good? What's good? About that time. Get in this barber shop. Talk this random-ish. Hey, we got some beautiful people in the house tonight. You seen it on Facebook. We already done posted it. Come on in the barber shop, holler. About that time. This the book. Juva 3. Alexander and her husband in the house.
Yep, you paid for the Lakers.
Don't come in here and talk with us a little bit. Hey, take this t-shirt out. We got to support HBCUs, baby.
You was born in Georgia?
Sure, why not? LSDTC.
30 seconds, we finna kick it. Y'all know the intro.
Here at the barber shop, and I discuss from the pole to the pulpit and some other random
Ish.
It's the only way, baby. The only way. Okay, Marlon.
The event is expressed during the sponsored programs on this station. Those of the program hosts, guests, and callers are not necessarily those of the broadcast group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Hey there, Felicia. Baby, don't hurt me. Cousin Marlon, are we related to Sedell 3? Someone asked me that.
You born in Atlanta.
They'll be like, who?
What's up, Kiva?
Bonafide, what's good with you?
Miss Bonafide, say hi.
Miss Bonafide, what's good with you, baby?
When you talk that ish, don't complain. It's as easy as calling.
We in the same.
Saturday, 8 to 9, it's a thing. Love 860, wanna hang. Tune in, I hear sports be the main. Talking about conversation for the random ish game. Them dudes do what dudes do, some ish don't change. I agree, your feelings should be the same. Barbershop combo, cutting up the game. Getting more buzz than a tech game. Talk Atlanta United right after the bird.
We finna talk this ish.
And the Braves and the Bulldogs sing.
I'm just telling y'all now. This first point that I'm finna talk about. Don't blame it on the barbershop. Blame that on the Rick King.
What's up, Nephew?
What can you say? Talk about it ain't a thing. They came here to put you up on game. Real talk.
Don't be alarmed, we're just Negroes.
Let's talk this Negro ish.
Don't be alarmed.
Random ish shit in every living room. Every car. We'll talk to you soon. At work, Atlanta traffic is doomed. King Insane be the calm down.
You have just entered the building with your boys, King and Insane. Welcome to Shop Talk Random Ish. Conversation rules the nation, and no topic is off limits.
Thank you.
You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
And welcome your hosts, Rick King and Will Sane.
What does today represent to you? The camera's right here. What does today represent to you?
This represents a turning point for the people of this country. We are determined to take our country back. We're going to fulfill the promises of Donald Trump. That's what we believed in. That's why we voted for Donald Trump, because he said he's going to take our country back, and that's what we got to do.
Hey, people, please understand why I had that played. This coming from Rick King. This ain't got nothing to do with the barbershop, Love 860, or the rest of my co-hosts here tonight. David Duke just told y'all what I've been telling y'all since this man got elected. His agenda is to make white America happy again. He ain't got nothing to do. He don't care about the rest of this country. All he care about his agenda. David Duke just told y'all why they voted him in. Because of his agenda. He gave them he put batteries in their back. I've been telling y'all this. This racist, the sexist, all the isms. He gave them a voice. If we don't find a way to come together, one as a people and two as a country, we are going to hell quickly, fast. We got to do something. And it's not just as a black nation. We have to come together as a nation. But first, we do, as black folks, got to figure out a way to stop this BS that we have amongst each other. We got to come together and get our agenda correct first. And then we need to come together with good people who wants to change this country for the betterment of this country. Trump 45 and his agenda, it has to go. We have to figure out a way to get it out of here. Though we going to hell fast.
Greetings, Atlanta, America, worldwide internet. Thank you for tuning in to Love 860. You're in Shop Talking Random Issue with King Hussein. I am Will Sane.
It's your boy Rick King, and we got the beautiful
Starlight
is in the building. Hey, y'all know this ain't nothing but barbershop style conversation. Ain't nothing in the barbershop taboo. We talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of everything. We talk that random-ish.
Only one rule in the shop is say what you mean what you say. Just don't be mean when you say it.
Hey, please holler at your folks. We at 404-355-8699. And if you're in your mama basement with the rotary dial phone, you can dial 1-866-923-2860. You can come into barbershop at love860.com. Hit the media tab. You can come in here and look at all these beautiful sexiness going on up in this building. The shop is now open.
Yes, we are.
Will Sane.
Hey, that monologue, man, I ain't gonna lie, that monologue kind of touched a little feeling there, man. And it touched the feeling because I have to say that I disagree with you on some parts of it.
Okay.
But the coming together part, I totally agree with you on. I do feel that what he did probably like prop up or energize a base.
Mm-hmm.
I do not feel that he is solely for white America, though. I don't feel that. I don't feel Trump is for it.
I don't feel he's solely for white America. I feel he's solely against rich America.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody he's for rich America.
But
and anybody that's against his plan to do whatever it is that he has,
mm-hmm.
I don't think his agenda is for the people. His agenda is for Donald Trump.
But I believe that now,
opinion.
Now, policy-wise, I believe that everybody can make money from what he wants to do. I don't believe that. I believe what he wants to do, far as his agenda, far as the economic side, far as the job side, everybody can make money.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have friends, black, white, red, green, yellow,
Mm-hmm.
who are in the stock market.
Okay.
And their money is growing exponentially.
There's money to be made. There's money to be made out here.
Correct.
We all know that.
So that's why I say that I believe that his agenda, if you look at the money aspect of it, it's going to work out for everyone. Now, when it comes to the social side, that's where I think that he's kind of like fudging the lines.
He's messed up.
Fudging the line.
He's crazy. He's an egotistical maniac.
Yes.
We can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
That's what I have to agree with you. Okay.
Maximilian.
What's up in the barbershop tonight, y'all?
What's going on,
Now,
Amen.
you know, I love the beautiful Miss Starlight.
How
Hello,
are you?
everybody in the shop. Zane.
Yeah.
Now, I understand where you're coming from because, you know, when a year and a half ago when Trump came down the steps,
Mhm.
they kept calling
The escalator.
They kept calling me a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Because I just said, you know, you got to listen to the man.
Yeah.
Right about now, the man is crazy. His financial plan does not help anybody if you ain't in that 1%. Now, if you in the 1%, you're getting paid like a fat rat in a cheese factory. But if you ain't, if you a man trying to work every day, he ain't helping you out. Because the first thing he tried to do is get rid of your health care. You know what my health care would cost me? $1,100 a month. My mortgage ain't $1,100 a month.
Okay, but
And he's already showed you, he is not concerned if you don't look like him. Now, you know, they called me a Trump supporter, and I wanted to do everything I could to like Donald. I did. He's a New Yorker. I wanted to like him. Man, if I could find this behind right now, I wouldn't worry about getting shot by the Secret Service. I'd just backhand his behind.
that's Max. That's not my
opinion on that.
That is not my opinion on that. We would not.
For our own email to Maximilian.
I ain't scared.
No, but I was against. Trust me, I did not vote for Donald Trump. I did not vote for Hillary Clinton. You know, I felt it was a no-win situation for the country. I really felt that it was a no-win situation for the country. But at the same time, I can't sit and the same thing when people were doing it with Obama. I disagreed with people who bashed Obama. I disagree with people who bash him the way Obama got bashed, like physical harm when it comes to certain aspects and certain things. But I'm okay with people disagreeing with him far as what he said when it came to there are good people on both sides. What happened in Charlottesville, when he said there were good and there are bad people on both sides, or many sides, are to blame.
No, my problem is he don't call out the Muslims. Yes. He don't call out the Mexicans. He don't call out Chicago. He's called out everybody.
I ain't gonna lie, he need to call out Chicago because the brothers over there, they stupid.
It's time for the guard to go into Chicago.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong for calling them out. But why he hadn't called out the white nationalists? Why he has not called out the KKK? Why he has not called out the neo-Nazis?
He has now.
He has now. Man, this smoke.
He has now.
I'm sorry.
He has now, and he did.
He has now.
Hold on. He has now, and he did at the beginning of his campaign when David Duke first said that he was backing him. Now
his dumb wife.
Hold on.
Spoke out before him.
No. Come on. Don't do that. Don't go. Look
here, man.
Because the same way people got mad about Michelle Obama, do not attack the
RIQUEKING.
Do not
at gmail.com.
You can't attack the first lady now. No, we can't.
Look here, dog.
All she did was marry the man.
She married. Okay. Well, she didn't ask me this.
No, she didn't ask me.
I apologize because she did not ask me this. But son, when she spoke out before Twitter fingers, that's a problem. You know he see this. And excuse me, people. We do have some appointments already got here.
I was getting ready.
Yeah, because we gotta get y'all to
we have the lovely Miss Juva 3 Alexander in the house, and she has this book called From the Pole to the Pulpit. I am showing y'all on Facebook Live, and in our next segment, we're gonna jump right all over this.
What'd you say it was called?
From the Pole to the Pulpit.
Buddy, you know we on Christian radio, so this is about ready to get good right
Hey,
here.
boy.
Yeah,
Hey, boy. And she brought her handsome husband in here with her. I ain't good with me and name.
My name is Aaron Alexander. Go by Big A.
Big A is in the building.
Right.
Hey, man. Y'all don't heard us talk about this, man. Jump on in here. Get it.
Hey, y'all hit on some valid points, and like you said, you have to kind of stay with an open mind because everybody has a point of view, and you get into politics, it's a lot like religion. It's a lot of me. I'm right, you're wrong, and doesn't have to always be the case because that closed lines for communication.
Yes.
When I walked in here, I noticed noticed my little symbolism I'm wearing here. For some of y'all that might not know, I am a member of the 5% Nation of Gods and Earths. I know this is Christian radio, and I respect that as well. And we talked about the 1%, but I'm part of the 5% because we believe that this world is built up of 100%. 5% of this world is poor, righteous teachers. It's our job to teach what we know to those who do not know, because a lot of people consist of the 85% of the blind, deaf, and dumb. A lot of us are being blind, deaf, and dumb right now because a lot of things are going on in front of us that we either don't want to see or choose not to see. Now, Trump being, we said 1%, we take them as the 10%. They are the false prophets. They teach false religion. They teach things for profit, for their gain. They'll use the 85% against the 5% because for their gain. They use the 85% as puppets. So a lot of times when we're looking at television, you know, they're telling lies to our vision. Everything that we see, we cannot believe. Even salt look like sugar on the table.
Yes, sir.
So you can't believe everything that you see. When I say that, I say that I believe that it's a hidden agenda behind this whole Charlottesville thing. I don't believe that that's the real issue. No. Because that's very minor if you look at it, other than the man running over the people in the audience. Now they try to throw in the 2 cops that was very, I thought, irrelevant to the case. Yes. They said 2 cops died in a helicopter nowhere near this. Yes. But you want to add them into the casualties during the riot. Yeah. because that makes the picture a lot bigger when you add in law enforcement. So I'm still on the edge with it, and I'm kind of hesitant to really speak on it because it's still kind of early in it to me.
Yes.
But I think it's going to fold out, and if y'all open y'all eyes, I believe y'all will be able to see what's really meant to be seen.
That's okay. I'm gonna go for what you just said right now, because of what you're saying, and you're saying you're holding judgment, you're reserving judgment.
Not even judgment. I refuse to judge anyone because I'm not a perfect human being.
Okay, so now, for going off of what you're saying, that's the same thing, and I'm not sticking up for Donald Trump when I say this, but people attack Donald Trump for him saying the same thing. I wanted to gather all the facts before I made the statement that he made on Monday. Right. So he made his first statement on Saturday, which I was against when I first heard that statement. I was like, wait a minute, come on. And then when he made the statement on Monday, when he called out the the extremist groups,
right.
I was for that. Right. And then the next day he goes back and he says, hey, no, you know what? Yeah, I was right when I said what I first had said.
Because that was his real feeling. The second statement was not.
Now, I agree with that. I agree with that too. That his first feeling was that there's good and there's evil on both sides of that.
Well, I would agree with you if it weren't for the fact that anytime anything else happens, at 5:55 in the morning, there's a there's a tweet that comes from real Donald Trump every morning. So if he sat back and thought about everything he said every day, I said, okay, I give him that.
So
every day. This old trigger finger himself. Twitter trigger finger himself.
With Trump, I believe that a lot of this is business related. Yeah. If you look at it, like you mentioned Twitter, 80% of the people that he follows is his business associates.
Yes.
Or people that he's doing business with.
Yes.
I think
he's got almost 50 million followers.
Right. So that's a lot of followers. If you put $1 on each one of those, right?
He's multiple accounts.
Even people who don't like him are following him.
But,
why?
Because it's the same thing. Why?
If I don't like you, I don't want to know what you're saying.
Well, you sometimes need to see what your opponent is saying. You can't just listen to the people that you always agree with. Yeah. Because then you never find out what's really going on.
Really don't like you. I'm not putting that much energy into it. I might occasionally scroll back and be like, okay, nah, I'm good. But other than that, I'm not following you. I'm not staying on it like that. That's one reason I don't even have a Twitter.
You know what?
I can't.
Don't we have a Twitter?
Yes, we do have a Twitter.
You have a Twitter.
Talking random ish.
You have a Twitter. You don't even know about.
Oh my God.
That's a king thing. I don't touch that at all.
Talking random ish.
You touched it?
Yes, I touch it every day. I would like for you to know.
Pineapples.
Oh my Lord, I touch it daily. 2 or 3 times a day sometimes. It gets good to me sometimes.
The number of people in that rally in Charlottesville.
Yes.
They were walking through the streets holding up torches, and the line was about a quarter of a mile long. Now, these are people that then came out and said, look, I hate anybody that ain't like me.
Yes.
Okay. And if you can get that many people to turn out, can you imagine how many people are sitting off in the shadows?
But I really believe out of all those people that turned out, I'm going to say a large percentage of those people were actors, paid actors, to come for rallies like that. A lot of those were in Charlottesville.
But then there's been things though. There have actually been 2 clips that came out about people that were from the actual anti-side that got a chance to close enough to speak to people that were quote unquote in the rally, and they were like, "Why are you here? Like, what is your issue?" And they was like, "Oh, I'm just here for the fun of it. I'm just here to see people break out." I'm just
like that guy that was
and
running.
it's like, are you serious? Like, but it's like it's the same thing that happens anytime it's a Black Lives Matter or a gay and lesbian situation. It's like people just go for the fun of it and be like, "Oh, I was here," and I'm like, you honestly,
for the life,
you mess up what's being said or the point of view of the actual group.
Well,
it's
people
like,
mix you in with that crowd, and then they now associate you with that. Because I saw a video like that when the guy was running and then he started stripping when he was getting chased and he got scared. Like, wait, I'm not with this.
And it's like you had people on both sides like really upset at this fact because it's like, okay, you are now
you're just
taken away from the fact. It's like, okay, you doing too much.
I seen something funny out of all that though. Y'all see that dude that tried to hit that girl in her jaw? And she stood there and shook him off and beat him down.
No.
Y'all missed that clip? No.
I missed that.
No, man. Hey, man. He went up. I'm talking about he gave it everything. Hey, everything he had hit this chick in the drawer.
And she came.
She was like,
She shook it off.
that's all you got, bitch? Wham! Went to work on it, dog.
It's something. But,
When you tired, you tired.
and I think the climate of this world is changing too. Like I said,
Yes.
it's just so tense right now.
Yes.
Because even, with the Charlotte, right after that happened, I had a friend that her daughter is actually in New York going to NYU. And she was walking to work. Just walked past a random white guy on the street. He pushed her down the subway steps and said, "You effing nigger," in 2017.
Yeah.
And this is a young girl who never experienced any type of racism. She didn't even think it was real. She thought all those movies and things she saw from the 60s were just movies and things from then. But to actually have that to happen just randomly, a random person just push a black girl down the steps and call her effing nigger.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me.
We're going to clean it up. Go ahead and roll. We're going to clean it up.
And that was with the A, that wasn't with the E.
So she said, "All right, dog."
But just
Don't worry about it. I got a belt button back here. I got a belt button.
Yeah, so we're going to clean it up.
But Doc hit me up and she called me and told me the same thing. So it was sort of something similar happened to her. She was riding down the road and this white guy just starts throwing up the fingers out the window, both hands, up and down. Then he looks in the mirror, in his rearview mirror at her, starts throwing up. And she just calls me, she's like, "Oh my God." I said, "What? Did you like," because you always try to figure out, the first thing that clicks in your head or my head, every time I see something like crazy like that, well, what did you do? Because I always think every action begins a opposite reaction. But she did nothing but be black and dry.
when I first moved to Atlanta, right, I was going down P Street. And I made a mistake and cut somebody off.
Which one?
The main downtown. I was actually a buckhead. I was going towards Lennox Mall because I was a little lost because I was new here. So I was driving down the road and I made a mistake and cut somebody off in the lane. It was a white guy. So when he got beside me, he said, "You effing N-word." It threw me off so bad. I had never had anybody to call me that to my face.
To your face.
It threw me off so bad. I was about like you. I didn't know how to react. I said, "Your mom."
Hey, go back to the thing.
Like a 10th grade.
Your mama.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. But a lot of it we can laugh at because it's really nothing. And we know, man, that the whole racism, at the end of the day, like sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will never hurt us.
Yeah, you gotta keep it moving.
But see, that's wrong because words do hurt.
Words do hurt.
And we gonna find out
Words do hurt.
right here
That's right.
how words hurt.
Words hurt.
And they shape people and these kids, a lot of these kids that's out there in the street, they weren't born like that.
No one's born.
Nobody's born hating nobody.
Obama got the most popular tweet ever when he quoted Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
Gosh, I mess up the whole.
I mean, hey, we all know
but no one is born
hater.
with that hate. You're taught that.
Yes, sir.
Everyone's been taught. Everyone's taught that stuff, man.
I mean, like I say, dog. I mean, we in trouble. This country's in trouble.
Our moral compass is off.
I mean, we've been in trouble, but right now, the temperature is rising.
It's blatant.
Hey, like Mom Deep said, the temperature is rising.
But truthfully, if you look at, it's sad because it hasn't happened to us yet as a nation, and we are very young. However, almost every powerful nation, every situation has to have their breaking point. We've never had it. Most people thought the breaking point was 9/11. We got attacked. And it was similar to Pearl Harbor in my opinion. We saw it coming, we saw it coming, and we kept turning a blind eye. Attack happened. But when it comes from the inside, there's a problem.
Yeah.
And almost everything implodes on itself before it's able to rebuild better.
Oh yeah.
And it's like our time, it just might be coming.
But to me, you can't equate, and this is what I really have a problem with people doing. You can't equate the Black Lives Matter quote unquote movement with the KKK.
No.
One actually goes out and terrorizes.
Right.
Yes. They built this.
The other stands up
Yeah.
and just wants justice.
Just asking to be heard.
For folks. Now the problem that I do have, and I understand it, what happens is there's always that negative element.
Mm-hmm.
And a negative element got into a Black Lives Matter
Yes.
march.
Yes.
And started yelling, pigs in the blanket,
Yes.
fry 'em like bacon, what do we want, dead cops when we want them now.
Yes.
That's not the whole freaking movement.
And that's the problem.
That's what Sean Hannity and others
That's
and
your boy.
Republicans and the Blue Lives
What's
Matter
the time
folks
is it?
are trying
Yeah.
to preach and trying to make even black folks like Colonel Allen West and what's the guy, Herman Cain.
Yeah, but
And
you know what? A lot of people, if you just, from the outside, if you look in and you see a statement that says Black Lives Matter,
yes.
a lot of people are just thinking, okay, they're saying that nobody else lives matter.
Now the first time I heard that, I said that
but
too.
If
I
you
thought
go onto
I
their
heard it.
website and actually look at their mission,
Yes.
it says Black Lives Matter, not to the exclusion of anyone else, but they're saying it's a fact that we need to get our house in order first, then we can go and help everybody.
No,
Now, see, but see, that's why I did not.
You gotta understand.
True.
But see, hold on. But I'm gonna have to go against you on that, because if that's their mission statement, that's the reason why I was against them at first. Because I was against the whole BLM at first, because I was understanding the same way he was saying that the mission is us to get together first. Then I was saying, go clean up the freaking streets in your community first. I was just like everyone else yelling, okay, you got to make your damn life matter to yourself
No,
first.
and I get that, but just because I'm saying pro-black don't mean I'm
No,
anti
it's not.
nothing.
Black Lives Matter is not pro-black.
But
Black Lives Matter is
I'm
not
gonna get to
pro-black.
but
See,
Black
that's
Lives, but it's a damn shame we have to say that Black Lives Matter in the country. Why am I in the country where I have to say Black Lives Matter?
Or apologize for saying
Yes, that's the problem right there, that we have to do this. Hey, dog, we gotta take a break. We gotta take a break, because we ain't we got to get to what we came here to do.
You got the man stuttering. Man stuttering in here.
We gonna take this break, and then we gonna come back and we gonna get into this book, From the Pole to the Pulpit.
We'll be back.
That's good, y'all. Y'all get to it.
Hey man, trying to get a little good barber shop.
Y'all
so
go,
much
man.
for joining in. So I'm going to be in on the next segment, and I appreciate you stopping through. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I got all kinds of- Hey, BT. I see you, Sheba.
Oh,
I trust you.
I ain't the fat as y'all think I am. Man, I was like, man, I thought I had some more. Oh, I ain't got my gummy bear, but I got my other crack. These old Skittles. Hey, y'all don't look. Hey, that good bag, boy. That sweet and sour bag right now. Y'all better get on that sweet and sour
Put
bag.
your beast mode.
Hey, boy. Hey, that bag down.
Oh, I can't eat Skittles.
Good, good. I know I need to bring more in here, cuz. I want to bring my gummy bear.
30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
It's funny y'all say words hurt, because that's one of the things. That's when you ask me why.
Yeah.
Words
Words didn't hurt me. That's how I was able to stick in there.
Okay. Oh, hey, hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Hey, hold that. Hold that. That question. Yeah.
Yeah, I put it on.
I like that.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're back in the shop talking random-ish. Once again, the numbers are 404-355-8699. Or for the few of you that are still stuck with the old school phone, 866-923 2860. So, fellas, yeah, let's get on there and change that subject.
You might need to tell those folks that that's a free call too. They're already scared to call.
Oh yeah.
Mama gonna be mad at that phone bill.
Yeah. It's a free call. So tell mama.
It's free.
Yeah.
All calls are free.
Tell mama that's a free call. Hey y'all, I am pleased that we got these two people in the house tonight.
Yes.
Juva 3 Alexander is the author of this book, From the Pole to the Pulpit. And I heard her story because I also engineer a show called Single Wives Saturday Night Getaway.
Saturday.
Yeah, with bona fide.
What show you on?
Single moms to wives.
Okay.
Lady T.
Thank you for giving them a shout out.
Queen
the host
G.
of those shows.
And my man Corey B. Corey Pope. And I heard her story, and I wanted her in the barbershop.
I'm glad. I'm glad to have y'all here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here.
But when she was on that show, she didn't bring her husband with her.
Okay.
And I was hoping when we was going back and forth, because I was going to ask her when I was talking back and forth to her if she could bring her husband in.
Yeah.
So, because we the barbershop, we fellas, we got questions that we want to ask.
Yeah.
And she hit me before I asked her, would it be all right if my husband came in? I was like, yes. So she brought her husband in with her, and
don't go nowhere without your man. Let's spend around no other men.
Hey,
standing in the barbershop. Tell the truth. You told her, hey, I want to come up there.
Hey, bro, we've been together a lot of years. We don't even have to talk like that. That's when you first get in a relationship.
Exactly.
After a certain while, it's just a level of respect.
But it don't matter. She could have came by some automation.
Exactly.
That's right.
For some reason, she sure do be trying to make sure I ain't doing that.
And she might know you. She might know you.
Exactly.
Hey, but before we get into this, I think somebody just walked in the barbershop. Maximilian, we got somebody just walk in. Somebody at the barbershop. What you need? What you want?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Listen, you said a whole lot, and to all of that, I have to say that what you were saying is a YouTube video out called Palm Trees Bend But Never Break. That's what we gotta continue to do.
Okay. Well.
Like the palm trees.
All right, we'll check it out.
Bend but never break.
We'll check it out.
Well, we will definitely check it out. Thank you for the suggestion. And pay the cashier on your way out. Holler back.
Yeah, let's get that.
I think somebody else just walked in the barbershop. Come on in and tell me what you need, what you want. Make it quick. I need to talk to these guests.
Hey, Julie, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
You got 3 copies of your book that's going to be purchased in the next couple of weeks. I checked it out on Amazon. This is Eric, okay?
Hey there, Eric. Cool. Thank you for getting them.
Eric, hurry up. What's good, Eric?
Hey, fellas, I'm trying to get to it in the interest of your time.
Let's do it.
Okay, but let me give you this brief background. There's 2 questions going to be on the back of what I'm about to tell you, okay? I'm a former investor, not owner of a very lucrative strip club. So I have a perspective on this, okay? That's for that reason. One of my closest friends is a former guy. He never referred to himself as a pimp, but he ran a call girl service that was pretty lucrative for him. Not streetwalkers, but they still the same to me if you ask me, okay? And I'm real cool with somebody who is listening right now, who is a pimp, okay?
Tell him thank you for listening.
So with that said, and I hope this bus calls in, he's one of the people that are going to buy the book. I would like to know that, these are my 2 questions. I would like to know that, I know you weren't a hooker. I know that, okay? I would like to know that, do you feel that you can operate in a Christian lifestyle and still accept comfortably most of what goes on in the strip club within the limits of the law? Can you do that? And whether you do or do not, what is your opinion on the strip club business based on your perspective now?
Hold on. Before she goes into that, I don't think the callers even know her background. So hold on for a minute. Yeah, let's please introduce yourself to our listeners first.
Hey, Eric.
Let me know for sure you got the questions, Juba, because they're going to cut me to y'all so I can hear it, okay?
Okay, I think I got you, Eric. I think I got you.
And if she didn't get you, Eric, I heard you, and we'll follow up on it. This is her husband, Aaron. So, and that's a very good question. So we'll make sure we cover him.
Hey, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Hey, yeah, I know you want to hear my side too, cause
So do.
exactly, I got something for you.
Now, Eric,
Time is short. Go ahead.
see the cashier, leave some change, and we'll holler at you later. Miss Jew.
Okay, well, I think Eric kind of, sort of
Let's do
introduced me a little bit. So I basically wrote this book. It's entitled From the Pole to the Pulpit. And it is a memoir, and it is based on the time in which I spent as a stripper. Now, it isn't any little girl's lifetime goal or dream to say, okay, I want to be a stripper, and I know Hollywood tends to glamorize it. We've had different movies, The Players Club, and I think they've had different other movies that have touched on this, right?
Diamond made it seem like it's a hell of a life to live.
Well, of course, Hollywood will do that.
Okay.
Hollywood's going to make it seem like it's all that. You see the glitz, you see the glam, and when God started speaking to my spirit and told me to write this book, first of all, I'm like, what? You want me to do what?
Yeah.
You know, so, but I knew it's something, it's like when you know that you know that you know, it was almost like this was a mandate. I knew this was something that I had to do. And so I had to go ahead and shut it down. And I knew that first of all, I had to, you know, if my family knew, and my family was cool with what it is, you know, trusted the Holy Spirit's leading, and for me to write this, then I had no choice. And I trust the fact that God's going to do whatever it is that he's going to do. So I shared what I felt like the Holy Spirit was leading me to share in this book. So it's not just for men and women that are trapped in this lifestyle, but, you know, really and truly anybody that's stuck in any type of anything that's not their best, that's not their purpose. Because, you know, in a strip club, it gets very, very comfortable and very, very easy to get wrapped up in basically one thing. And that's money.
Yes.
Or at least it was for me. Because when you think you're working a traditional 9 to 5, and then all of a sudden, at least what happened for me, I was introduced when I had gone to a bachelor's party. And when just in a couple of hours, and I made more money in those couple of hours than I did working 2 weeks straight. You know,
now,
I was like,
did you start?
Oh my gosh.
Is that the night that you started? Was that your first ever? Or?
It was.
So how did you start? How did you start out? Like someone called you up and said, "Hey, I got a bachelor party. You have a nice body. Let's do this, girl."
Actually, okay, I want you to answer that question.
Okay.
But my I guess my follow up question with that, my tag along question with that is, at what point? Because it's a mindset. Something has to go on in your mind that making you think that when you got that phone call to go do this bachelor party, that this is okay, or your esteem is at a point, it's something that's not clicking right, because
Absolutely.
Because like you say, as a little girl, you ain't thinking when I grow up, I want to go out here and shake it like it hot.
No.
So where were you at when you got that phone call?
Actually, during that particular time, I was young. Probably, there's no probably to it. Very low self-esteem. And one of my girlfriends, I can't even remember the context as to what happened, if it was a call, if we were in person, but all I know is that she was like, "Yo, Drew, you want to make some money? Hey, I have this," and my friend, this was a very good friend of mine. You know, we both were just kind of wilding out. We would hang out together. We partied together, go up and down all I-20, just traveling, and just, I mean, we were young and just we were totally kicking it.
That's what you want to do with you young.
And so I have no idea why, and I asked her, I was like, you know, why did you ask me to do this? She was like, "Girl, I didn't even realize I asked you." "Yeah, you did." "Yeah, you did." And so, but she asked me, she was like, "Hey, a friend of mine, he's having a bachelor's party for his boy, and they're looking for a stripper." I don't know why she didn't do it.
So she didn't do it, but she
didn't do it, but she asked me. And all I could think of was, well, hey, I at the time I was a single mom, and I had a little one at that time, and I was in school. I was working, I was a nurse in school, and I was working at the hospital. It was like, shoot, okay, I'll go ahead and do it.
And obviously, you had to be fine.
Pretty much. At the end of the day, I even come in because I know the friend that introduced her to it, and that's the reason why she didn't do it, because she wasn't that attractive.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll say the truth. I'll say the truth.
Hey, that's why I'm glad you here.
Hey, y'all know my name, Big A, not Little A. Right. So again, but that's probably the thing. And I'll say, if you say low self-esteem, but on the outside looking in, guys, we all like, they gotta have high self-esteem.
Yeah, that's what we think.
No, but it was totally not. It was truly
very easy to
That's crazy.
Very much.
Okay,
very
so
much
let me ask you this then. You got the call and you said yes.
Yes.
I need to go like some months back before then, because something had taken you down this path of this low self-esteem.
Oh, I think that probably happened like years and years and years
in the
ago.
making.
Yeah, as a child, I share some very personal things, of course, because this is my memoir. So
yes.
There's things that I shared in here that that help to foster that low self-esteem.
Okay. So
I can't think of anybody that has that understands that they're a queen and understand who they are and what they're entitled to be able to do that. And I guess that kind of answers Eric's question too. When he asked, as a Christian woman, I think he was asking if I was a Christian woman, if I could, be in the strip clubs or feel it. No, me personally, no, because I know that is not my purpose.
Yeah,
no, it's definitely not for me.
Okay, now in your book,
okay,
you kept referring to divine order and things that every walk that you was taking, that in this negative lifestyle, there was some divinity there.
Yeah.
Every step of the way, they kept showing you.
But that's honestly, that's the way God works though. Like he doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called.
Amen. Yes, that's right.
So if almost every major, if you just pinpoint, just like, okay, if you take the stories in the Bible as 100% word, everybody made an ultimate major impact. Some was a little off. That got it to the point where the people that they were able to touch were able to relate to them, because they were like, okay, I remember when you were this,
right?
But if you got out of that and got into this, I might pay attention to you a little bit more, see where you're going. So I think for your story, it's amazing, because it's like, okay, for that one girl, or even for the guy that might be going through some issue, or you got a person, they might not be low enough to think, okay, I got to be on the pole, but it's like, okay, I'm not right. This isn't where I want to be. Something's off. Like, I wake up and I just know it's not where I need to be. Okay, if she got it together, if she heard what she needed to hear, let me be a little bit more quiet. Let me listen. Let me see where I'm supposed to be.
Exactly.
Hold on, before you get in that point, somebody just walked in the barber shop. What you need? What you want?
Well, my question was, do you believe that any Christian woman who can work the strip club, is there a method that they can work the strip club and still be consistent with their Christian faith? And then the other question was, what do you think about the place of strip clubs in society today, period? Do you feel that they have a reasonable place in society today? And actually, that's to both of y'all, you and your husband. That's what the question is. It wasn't specifically you. Could you do it? Could any Christian woman do it and still be consistent with the Christian faith? And do you think the strip clubs have a reasonable place in American society?
I personally believe, thank you for your question again, and thank you for clarifying what it is that you meant. I personally believe that any woman that professes, Christianity, or that professes to know who she is in Christ, she's going to know that isn't the place where she needs to be. She's not going to be in the strip club. She's not going to be in the strip club. She may start out there, but she's not going to stay. It's impossible for her to stay. It's impossible for her to stay in that environment.
That's gonna be a conflict.
There's so much lust and alcohol and spirits that's involved in that they wouldn't be comfortable in that situation.
Absolutely.
Now, as far as the what strip clubs has a place in society today, strip clubs to me is a form of entertainment.
It is.
So if you're looking to be entertained, whatever your source of entertainment is, it might not be my source, it might not be her source, but if that's your source of entertainment, it's going to always be a place for that.
My daughter's a card carrying member.
Hey.
Well, I'm gonna tell
It's
you.
the oldest American profession.
I mean, it's
the oldest,
They've been there
money-driven
since,
American
It's
profession.
been there since the beginning of time. You're
Come
right.
on now.
Because and I agree exactly what you said, because when I was younger, before I had my daughter, me and my homeboy always joke about this. Our daughters changed our strip club experience, because when we were younger, it was more so a sexual nature about it.
Yeah, yes.
But after we had our daughters, we started thinking about, hey, that could be my daughter one day. So what we started doing, and to your point about the low self-esteem, it's like we actually started interviewing these females when we were sitting down. Like, we would just actually
make yourself feel good.
We would get chairs, we'll sit in there. They come over, we talk to them.
Hammer Dolla and talk to them.
You they would accept $1.
No.
You would sit there.
You know what? We didn't. To be honest with you, they would sit down without money. They would just sit down and just the conversation that we'd have with them. I mean,
just like going to the strip club for the food, bro. You want to go in there.
I mean, you have some good food. They have to go in the morning. They do have some good food.
I'm about to plug one. And I don't believe in saying and they ain't paying. I don't believe in plugging them for free. But Follies. I like Follies. I go there to watch. The game on Sundays. You can watch the game. You can watch beautiful women, and you can eat some chicken wings, and they got a buffet going on.
Hey,
so I'm just telling you.
I mean, there's a lot of business deals being done in the strip club. A lot of movies and shit.
Some of the best business done in strip club.
Conversations. I'm like, why are you there at 12:30?
Because they good. The food is good.
I've heard
Now just think about it.
It is.
As a man.
No food at nobody's strip club.
Yeah, I can't go there with you.
You eat it out of.
That is not a mayonnaise.
Garlic might be worse.
That is not mayonnaise.
Do a little cheese on it.
It's not water on the floor.
Hey, put a little juice on that chicken.
I don't think they back there like Pookie in the car. Pookie fried chicken. You know what
If I don't eat it, I do whatever y'all want to do.
Talking about you'll eat pig feet and hog intestines, but you won't eat nothing out of strip.
You can have all of it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie with little hot sauce, some white bread, and some red Kool-Aid. Hey, I backslide.
I refuse.
So did you guys meet like actually while you were performing, or?
No, actually, and it's funny because I mean, now that it's years have passed, but I was in a form of in that same world. That's why I was so. It wasn't hard for me to accept her because during that time I was a very high level drug dealer. I was a very young guy with lots and lots of money. So a lot of our time was spent in the strip club. I mean, we would make money and we would go in the strip club and spend it.
And make it rain.
But we didn't meet in the strip club.
Oh.
But we didn't meet in the strip club. But we met through a mutual friend. And but that was one of the things I think that kind of helped me because I looked at it like hustling. You know, I like we didn't meet in the strip club. I didn't meet her as a stripper. I met her as jewelry. Okay. So once you know, that made it different, I think, for us. Because we didn't meet in the strip club. It wasn't like I went to the strip club looking for somebody, she was in there looking for somebody. We just met, you know, and then I found out that's what she did.
How did you find out? Did you like show up at one and like, oh, what?
No, it was a mutual friend because like I said, a lot of these worlds, they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like he talked about with the pimps, with the dancers, with the drug dealers. I mean, it's it's the underworld in these clubs. So, I mean,
somebody after party.
You have to have some things in common. So a lot of things I can't talk to a woman who works a regular 9 to 5 about because she's not going to understand. The same with her, she can't talk to a man that works a regular 9 to 5 because he wouldn't understand the hustle or the idea of doing what you have to do. Because the same way people looked at her, I had that same look in my community as a drug dealer. I had people that I grew up with who stopped talking to me when they knew that I was dealing drugs. Older people, I mean, it's the same stigmatism almost.
And, well, Big A, let me ask you this then. Okay,
go ahead. Yeah, it's over.
In this world, and you know the music that we came out of this world, there were songs put out. Even, I'm sure your boys, we done clowned about it, because I know me and my boy, we in there talking to a stripper, $800. You know you can't change it.
Hey,
the song say, you know, they don't want to be changed.
That's what they say.
But if she want to be changed, she gonna change.
My question is, what made you see in her the wife that you have now?
Because she seen in me the husband that I am before I even knew that I could be a husband. Because before that, I didn't know. I
had a Bonnie and Clyde over there.
I mean, at the end of the day, it really was, and that's what made it. But that's what made it. Because now you think about it, ex-drug dealer. Got 2 kids in college, other kids. I mean, you know, so we did all right for ourselves, I think, at the end of the day. But to answer your question, I just really remember earlier when I was saying sticks and stones may break your bones with words will never hurt. As a dealer, I had to have a tough skin. One of the things I couldn't pay attention to what other people thought of me, and that's one of the things I think with those songs like I'm in love with a stripper, this, that, and the third, because now you're thinking, well, what are my friends thinking? I'm not in love with a stripper, I'm in love with Juba. A stripper was a title. You don't go and say I'm in love with the police if your spouse is a police. You don't say I'm in love with the doctor if your spouse is a doctor. You're in love with that person. So once you get past the title and accept that person for who they are, then everything else will fall in place. Because she accepted me for who I was. So it made it that easy for me to accept her for who she was. And I knew what she was doing was a hustle. And she taught me a lot. Because I didn't know how women in the clubs look at men. They don't look at us the way that we think we are. Like we go in there thinking we really doing something. Like you spending this money, and they go back in the locker room or whatever, and they laughing and like you see
I gotta ask you. You know, I learned that. That's what I'm saying. I learned that from sitting down and having real conversations with these people.
When Big Boy Baller come in the club with all his ball, they flashing that bread, and what you think?
Like, that's me right now. Only thing you see is green. That's it. The only thing you see is money. It don't matter what he look like. None of that matters. The only mind frame that you pretty much have at that time is money. That's it.
Sucker.
Yeah. Well, sometimes suckers. But you know what though? And there's a part in my book where I talk about men that frequent the strip clubs. Especially regulars. You know, you think about it. Something has to be
not right.
Not quite right for someone to come and see me every single day during your lunch break, or you come in there every Tuesday during the day, or either you're going to sit there and pay me $100, $200 just to sit there during the whole time that you're there. You don't want me to dance, and I'm just sitting there as your therapist, and I'm just talking to you. And it's like, and I mean, it's like, you know, and the girls, they know. It was like, oh, well, shoot, there's Bobby coming in. Oh, you can't talk to him. You know that's Juva's regular. Well, they didn't call me Juva, but you know that's her regular. You know.
What was your name?
What was my stage name?
Did you have many, or you just stuck with one?
Well, I basically had one.
Mocha? Mocha?
No, it wasn't. It's real old school. But you gotta realize I did this like in the 90s. Okay. So I gotta give a shout out to my boys, the 69 boys. because they had this song back in the day called Here Kitty Kitty. So my name was Kitty. That was my stage name.
So I'll tell you, that's one of the things that helped me relate with her, because the same way she looked at the people that came in there as money, that's the same way I looked at the people on the street.
Yes.
Because I dealt with people's moms that I knew, that I grew up with.
Yeah.
And I knew that this is your mom. But I still had to, because I looked at them like money. Because if they didn't get it from me, they would go get it from somebody else. And then I had certain
at least
customers.
you knew your products.
Exactly. I wasn't giving them no, because people out there selling wax, soap, whatever. I mean, sheetrock, whatever.
At least you know I won't hurt your mom.
At least I'm not, and I'm not out here just looking. And if your mom come to me, you know what I mean, with $8, I might, still look out for it. Because I still have a heart.
That reminds me of when my mom was sick. She was going through sickness and everything. She was on dialysis. And she told me, hey, ask your friend to give me some weed. And we had to tell my friend, hey, look, don't give her that hard stuff, man. Don't give her that loud. This is what it
But I just said that to say, we all do that. You have people at work that just work for money.
Yeah.
They'll do whatever it takes just to make that dollar. They'll do the job, go to the job, and they're miserable every day, all day. They sit at work and complain to the other people how miserable they are, but they're there for that money. So you're still doing what we did, but in another light. So what makes us any wrong or any right? That's why I say I'm not here to judge.
Right. And I think that's the whole, that's one of the main purposes in my book is to, I don't know, get people to thinking that, we're put here for a purpose.
Yes.
On purpose, for a purpose.
Yes.
And anytime that you're doing anything outside of that purpose, you're not going to be content. No. You're not going to be fulfilled. Right. And so you're always going to kind of be searching,
And see, that's the problem with people, because a lot of people don't know that they have a purpose, or they don't feel that they have a purpose.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And so they need to figure out how to find that, or they need to listen to their inner voice.
So what took you to your purpose?
God took me to my purpose.
How did you find God to get to your purpose?
Now, I think I've always had a head knowledge of God, but I didn't have a heart knowledge of God. And when I had a heart knowledge of God, then everything else just kind of changed.
So was it like a changing point or something that?
I know a lot of people are like, there's something happened.
Yeah, like a smack in the club, and you were like, I'm done with this.
It wasn't something that was just dramatic, that just popped off. But I can tell you that our family was in transition, and we had moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. And then my husband took me to church. My husband took me to church. And when he took me to church, I heard the gospel for the first time. I explained this on another show. I heard the gospel for the first time in a way that I hadn't heard it before. And it was my brother-in-law, and my husband took me to church, and I didn't want to go.
And I'll say too, with the pole from the pulpit, the pole is, I think, metaphorical. It's a pole because she did come from a club, but my pole was dealing drugs.
Right.
Other people's poles are something else.
It might be somebody. Yeah. Right. We all have
so whatever
some
it is
sort
that
of
take
pole.
you to the pulpit.
Your ups and your downs.
Your ups and your downs. You never know.
Hey y'all, we gonna take a break.
All right.
We gonna cut into a little overtime.
We're gonna cut into some overtime, some OT.
We're gonna get a little OT in here today.
Okay.
So, this conversation is good.
Cool.
and I think it's hot, and I think we need to talk about it for a few more minutes. So we're gonna take this break, hit the top of the hour. We're gonna come back and talk just for a few more minutes, if y'all don't mind.
Great, thank you.
We talk about this one now.
So, I know you said the pole is metaphor. Is the pole also a metaphor, or are you actually? I'm not in
If we're gonna take a call,
no. Because some people do want to know.
we're gonna take a call. Just put the caller on hold. Let them tell their story first. Put that caller on hold, and then after she finishes telling you again. Yeah, because I was like, if anybody calls, just put them on hold.
And that's
Let her tell everything.
we did like youth ministry. My brother was a pastor. That's what she said when we went to Charlotte.
Yeah.
And got into it. My brother was in church. And then
I'll
when I
take
go
it.
yeah, because when I go back there,
I'll take it.
because when I was brother, I never was glorified. I'm quiet.
And I know it seems like we're just rambling, but anyway, I really appreciate you supporting the love. Thank you so much for tuning in and just kind of hearing a little bit of random ish that we're speaking on, but I really appreciate it.
Because we stealing right now.
And actually, they are a little overtime, so we're supposed to close the shop at 9, but we're going to
We gonna sit in this shop just a
y'all
little
want to
long.
hang in
Y'all
there,
don't mind?
that's great. Otherwise, you can check out the live a little bit later on my newsfeed. Anyway, thank you, y'all.
So yeah, but no, ask that question.
Hey.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Are you going to talk about the caboodle?
Oh yeah, all that.
About the what's that?
The caboodle.
That's
The
in
briefcase. Yeah, the love, yeah. But it's funny, man.
I used to have one of them, and then I think I
I never knew they were full.
I
It's like a little tackle box.
stuff